Hi everyone, Mike Stuchiner, Master Herbalist here with Z Natural Foods. And today's video, I'm going to discuss a fairly popular and well-known medicinal mushroom known as turkey tail. But before we get started, a couple of things I have to make mention of. First, if you'd like more information about me, or you'd like to see some of my other videos, you can always go to my personal YouTube channel, which is A Master Herbalist's Perspective. Next is, I must go through our medical disclaimer. The information you're about to receive is for educational purposes only. It is not intended to treat, prescribe, or diagnose any general or specific medical conditions and is not to be used as a substitute for your primary healthcare provider's diagnosis, treatment plan, or medical information. With that said, let's get started. So, turkey tail, super popular. The question that we that we at Z Natural Foods get an awful lot is people want to know how well researched is turkey tail, and turkey tail has some pretty impressive stuff backing its validity. So let's get started. So turkey tail mushroom has a shape and multicolor appearance similar to that of a turkey's tail and is known in traditional herbal medicine as the cloud mushroom. It's sweet and bitter in flavor, neutral in temperature, and turkey tail is a revered tonic mushroom discussed in the Ming Dynasty edition of the Materia Medica. It's known for supporting what Chinese medicine calls the three treasures, and what Chinese medicine or traditional Chinese medicine believes is that it does that by draining dampness and working as a powerful qi and heart tonic, nourishing the spleen, reducing heat, and fortifying what's known as Wi Qi, which is another term for the immune system. In traditional Chinese medicine, Wi Qi is specifically associated with the lungs, and if the energy in the lungs is well balanced, Wi Qi is often going to have a stronger presence. Turkey tail contains one of the highest amounts of beta-glucans for all the medicinal mushrooms. So, what is the research on turkey tail? Before I answer that question, it's critical to understand how research is defined. Research systematically investigates and studies resources to establish facts and reach new conclusions. The topic of research can be a very complex one, but it's essential to understand its purpose. Generally speaking, there are three primary purposes for conducting research. The first is simply to explore a topic. This specific purpose won't offer a specific conclusion, but it does support laying a foundation for collecting and analyzing data. So this is a really important part of research. Next is descriptive, which describes a sample population's behavior through data collection. And finally is understanding the impact of specific changes on standards and procedures. In simple terms, the purpose of research is met by forming ideas, collecting data, analyzing results, forming conclusions, and applying them to real-life situations to create new research questions. Because if you understand research, you understand research is forever evolving, okay? This leads to the most significant flaw in research: reductionist thinking, specifically when looking at the benefits of plant and fungal medicines. Modern research is set up to evaluate compounds as isolated entities, when much research has proven that when you fractionalize the whole, it will often show a significant differentiation of results. Towards the end of this article, we'll provide a perfect example of that concept. And it's specifically discussing the separation of what one of the compounds found in turkey tail known as PKS, and its lipid bilayer. So, PSP and PSK, the power-packed polysaccharopeptides. A polysaccharopeptide is a bioactive polysaccharide agent bound to a protein found in turkey tail mushroom that can work as an immunomodulatory agent. PSP and PSK are known as polysaccharide protein complexes, which there are many studies and impressive reviews done on these specific individual compounds. For example, turkey tail contains an impressive array of antioxidants, including polyphenols and flavonoids. One study detected over 35 different polyphenolic compounds in a sample of turkey tail mushroom, along with the flavonoid antioxidants quercetin and biosalian. A review of 13 studies found that patients given 1 to 3.5 grams of turkey tail per day, along with what is known as conventional treatments for different conditions, had a significant survival advantage. Turkey tail as a potential prebiotic. A study discussing the effects of turkey tail mushroom and amoxicillin on the gut microbiome of healthy individuals, it was concluded that the investigation of PSP led to, the ingestion of PSP led to a consistent microbiome change. Therefore, it was shown that polysaccharides from turkey tail mushroom act as a prebiotic. Turkey tail mushroom as an adjuvant therapy. Adjuvant therapies are a type of therapy along with a primary therapy that's often given together. Medicinal mushrooms, specifically turkey tail, have been shown to be very effective adjuvant therapies. The University of Minnesota and Bastyr University recently completed a phase 1 dose escalation trial and found that up to 9 grams daily of turkey tail preparation is safe and tolerable by women with breast cancer who had undergone chemotherapy. Perhaps the most intriguing part of this study was the finding that 6 grams of turkey tail appeared to lead to faster immune recovery after radiotherapy. Another study stated that immunological results indicated trends in increased lymphocyte count at the 6 and 9 gram daily dose, increased natural killer cell function activity at the 6 gram dose, and dose-related increase in CD8 T cells and CD19 B cells, but not CD4 T cells or CD16 NK cells. It is also believed that mushroom polysaccharides work by activating different immune responses in the host. The action of polysaccharides requires an intact T cell component. Their activity is mediated through a thymus-dependent immune mechanism. It's vital to clarify much of what we just spoke about regarding turkey tail mushrooms and the value of their beta-glucan levels. It is believed the primary polysaccharide found in fungus are beta-D-glucans, which come in various forms, beta-1,3 and beta-1,6. and are specific to fungi and yeast. Other polysaccharides found in mushrooms are alpha-glucans like glycogen, dextran, pullein, and starch, which are not thought to provide the same nourishing qualities as beta-glucan. This belief tells you only part of the story and may be based on flawed science. You may have noticed that most medicinal mushroom product labels focus only on beta-glucan levels. Therefore, some important points must be clarified. Here are some accurate facts about beta-glucans. Beta-glucans are a classification of compounds known as polymers. There are hundreds of beta-glucan shapes and sizes, and while some are biologically active, others are not. Furthermore, not all are immunologically active. Each species of fungus may contain a different beta-glucan. Beta-glucans can differ in function, solubility, and interaction with other molecules. While beta-glucans are potent compounds, they are just one variable of a wide range of compounds responsible for a mushroom's nourishing qualities. Ultimately, beta-glucan levels are not necessarily the telltale sign of a product's effectiveness. It's misleading to state that beta-glucan levels are the determining factor in the effectiveness of a mushroom product. Beta-glucans are most effective when they work with all other constituents found in mushrooms. And if one or more are missing, it can change how effectively the end product works. Here's an example that I was referring to at the beginning of this video. A study discussing polysaccharide K from turkey tail mushroom showed that when lipase was applied, it reduced the immunological response of PSK by almost 80%. This shows the importance of the associated lipids bound to the beta-glucans, and that just their independent presence is not enough to obtain maximal benefits. So, to answer the question, yes, turkey tail mushroom has impressive research regarding their nourishing qualities and benefits. Backed by human studies, this magnificent tonic is universally considered as one of the great equalizers for its ability to profoundly nourish and deeply support a healthy, balanced immune system response and microbiome support. This is Mike Stuchiner, Master Herbalist with Z Natural Foods. I'll see you next time.